Oh, it's time. Time to jump back into the no-hit routing. Well, we should probably talk about why it's back into no-hit routing and not no-hit attempts. After the bow run, last night, I made the choice to actually redo the entire routing for bows. Simply because there's less things to fuck up on. And, you know, we one-shot the bosses, so it's not like I have to fuck up on the bosses either. Easier to get through the get through the game. Less cramped spaces. More time fucking shit, basically. And it's also funnier to, just actually, one-shot, everything with bows. Now, luckily for us, I have actually already shut together a brief route. I did do an attempt yesterday. Or, yesterday, 10:30. Okay, this was what I did before stream. But, yes, I have actually already routed out this, don't get me wrong, very fucking brief routing. But it's a routing nonetheless. And I think we're going to be modifying this a little bit today, but I think for the most part, this should be pretty good. I think there's a couple of things that need to be switched around. Pretty much, the things that I'm kind of curious about is about, this section. And it's just what order to do certain things in. There's nothing really too much, but then... And also trying to figure out these two, the Dragon, Bayle as well, are going to be super hard to do properly. But then once we do Bayle, all this is fine. This is not a worry. Well, actually, this is a bit of a worry, but everything else is fine. But this step is a bit of a... But yeah, it's a lot of prep. But then, yeah, it's only about 30 minutes of actually killing bosses and stuff. But yeah, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours of preparation for this build to work properly. But here's praying we can actually get that number down a little bit. Now I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have the game open already, so we should just click a button. Why are you so quiet? So yeah, let me put this to the side, and we can actually kind of go through it a little bit, I think. Try and figure some things out, see if this works. In fact, why don't we, if I say fuck it, what's it called? Hit manager. Bring up, why does that overpower it? Oh, because life split's not open. Okay, let me hit counter and timer. So yeah, let's just figure this stuff out now. We can go through this slowly as we do the run. But this is pretty much then we go this combat room, then it's pretty much the same starting stuff as last time. But yeah, we'll be changing the titles of all of these, all of our splits and figuring things out like that. But yeah, let's just see how well I've managed to do this. My first, step is quite dense, I must admit. It's pretty much the entire prep. It seems like... Yeah, there's a couple of things like Bernal. I don't know how to kill Bernal yet on this run, so I want to figure that out. Bayle, I don't know how to do properly. The Dragon Peak Drake, I don't know how to do properly. I think that was about it. There was just a couple of things that I wasn't sure about that changes between runs, but for the most part, once we actually killed Bayle, it's just everything just one shot from that point on. I mean, not even Bayle. It's once we get the scaled helmet, everything gets one shot. Which is actually another thing, because Bayle is kind of the scariest thing on this run in terms of an actual boss. But yeah, so this routing starts here. You come to this grace, grab it, but we don't actually do anything with this grace, we just come back later. And we do need the merchants, because we need to buy a bunch of blood boil aromatics across the run. We need about, I think we ended up needing 20 to 30 blood boils. Just for certain encounters.
Well, you please. I'm hungry. Ah, how nice, please.
Almost went on to night rain. Yup. Bit over 1 month now, guys. But yeah, we grab, so you grab that. And then grab the bell bearing, and then we come down. Yeah. We come over here. Grab at least 1 Trans Leap. What's the to-do in this run, boss-wise? Or remember, no, just any percent. Yeah, then we come down for this second combat remnant, teleport out. Oh, right. Then we want to teleport to the starting grace of the marksman. Is here. And then craft quiver and RTSR. So yeah, we're just gonna go through my route today. I figure out what it is, and then any part that I don't get caught out, then we'll figure out. So yeah, the quiver talisman lets us shoot as many arrows as we want without consuming a single actual, like, any ammunition at all, which is awesome. So we'll be using that for the beginning of the run to help us do certain things. And then another thing I also need to do is kill some of these guys. Then I can craft up these. Betting which version of Night Rain to buy. Do you think it's worth getting the deluxe edition? I mean, if you think it's worth getting the deluxe edition for yourself, but if you feel like you're not going to get your value for it, then there's no need to no reason to spend more money for it. I got the collector's edition because I want to have the statue. But you know, I did the same thing for the Elden Ring's DLC. But it's entirely up to you how you want to spend your money. So yeah, smithing 2, and then we come down this way. Play through the route. Yeah, we're gonna go through the route. I think as far as I know, the route is actually pretty good. There's just probably a couple of things to try and figure out. Just like in terms of just like as I said earlier, but Bernal, right? I don't know how to kill Bernal with the bows yet. I know I have to kill Bernal and when to kill him, but I just don't know what the most efficient way to kill him is. So yeah, we'll be figuring stuff like that. I'll be figuring out. And then yeah, so what I want to do is I want to come up here during this part, and I'll also be rewriting the splits because the splits are all different now. So I want to come here during the daytime because nice and safe. And we just snatch up some of these. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to buy up a couple of runes, collect up a couple of runes just to get the run underway. You almost got the DLC collector's edition, but then decided against it. Thought it'd be a waste. You kind of regret it now. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the collector's edition for Night Rain is limited to 10,000 units, so I guess if you really wanted to get in early, but yeah, if you look at the deluxe edition and it's like, oh, I don't know if it's worth it, probably don't do it. Make sure we grab plenty of beast bones because we need to craft 2 more sets of arrows, so we need at least 6 more, which I'm pretty sure we have now. Yeah, then we grab this grace. So where are the smithing stones ones that we got? We pick up 1 from the hole, I think. Or did we not? I'm trying to remember where we got our smithing ones from. Oh, I can't remember. Because we get 3 from the body up top, 2 from the bridge, and then I'm pretty sure we get 1 from this hole, right? We don't go across the bridge. It's a shame, like, the merchant and round table doesn't have, like, at least a limited supply of kukris. Because it would definitely save me time not having to jump down here. It's not risky to jump down here. It's just, you know, save like 2 minutes. Get rid of the shield as well. And we can chuck a buff onto these daggers. So grab quick bell bearing. Smithing 1 and 2 from body. Bernal, Grace, Golden Vow. Smithing 1 from bridge. Missing 1. Oh yeah. Anthony, hello. Bernal, Grace, Golden Vow. Smithing 1 from bridge. Golden Rune, Sacred Blade. Grab Church Grace. Craft Sleep Arrows. Well, we can craft Sleep Arrows earlier. Obviously, the arrows are a lot easier to craft in Convergence. Yes. No, this is where we got this one of the smithing stones from. And as far as I know, Kale doesn't have anything of use on this run. So yeah, we grab it from the anvil and we can just dip immediately. And hopefully if I've done my routing right, we actually end up, the first thing we fight is actually a deathbird with, not even with a bow, I'm pretty sure. Or is that after? No, that's after. Okay, no worries. The first 2 bosses we fight are still with bows. So I don't think we actually need to grab that, Grace. Yeah, this prep route is... I don't think this prep route is super efficient, but it does get everything we need. And we need to come back to the Limgrave at least once or twice more to grab some remnants or to kill Bernal, to do stuff like that. So grab that. So yeah, now I should have 5, right? Which I don't want. So I don't need to grab whole stone. Yeah. So no reason to grab whole stone. I don't think we really need to do that because the horses have iframe, so I can probably get through there quite safely. I'm gonna kill Alex. No, see, okay, this is another thing. See, routing has changed a lot, so we don't actually kill Alex on this run. We end up killing the Deathbird instead. I found getting like a Sacred Broadsword a lot earlier because our routing requires us to get Barrage early, as in the Ash of War Barrage for the bow, and that also means going straight past Shared Order. And I realized going through the Agheel Lake teleporter is unsafe in vanilla, but I checked the other day and I was like, wait, hang on, didn't they change it? Yes, they did. The teleporter is actually a normal portal now, so you have iframes the second you interact with it, so you don't even have to worry about the rats anymore. The rats are actually a complete non-issue, and you can go through the Agheel teleporter super safely now. But yeah, we completely skip Alexander now. Because we get a third remnant from the chest in Altus, and we get the 4th one from the Deathbird. And then only until like way later in the run do we actually switch out one of our remnants, like one of our talismans, for a like physical damage talisman. Which Deathbird? The one next to Bernal. So we need to kill, on this run we kill 3 Deathbirds. We kill the one next to Bernal, like just behind us. We kill the Liurnia one to get the 10% extra physical damage talisman, and then we kill the one in just before the Lift of Rolled to get the Smithing Stone Bell Bearing 3. They come here, collect the wares. Which one's the big one? Is this the big one? No. I think we already picked the big one. Oh no, there it is. The big one's at the end. We need to grab this grace because we have to come back later. Bridge, golden rune, sacred burgers, craft slip arrows. Alright, and then what we do now is, now that we've done all that sort of like first like level of prep. In fact, I wonder if... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh. No. I thought I fucked up, but... Rough skill talisman. And then... Okay, no, I got confused. I thought I worded something wrong. See, now we come here. And I'm pretty sure if you run through here with Torrent, the rats don't even aggro you. Or if they do, it's like one rat and it can't even do anything anyways because you can't get attacked. Kill. So you can just come through here. See, they've changed this to a portal now, so it's a lot safer to just come through here and get out. Just like that. Wonder if I should upgrade my weapon to +5 before I come to Altus, just to make killing the scarabs a bit easier. Yeah, I do that. And I'm pretty sure it's perfectly safe to come straight here. Because this guy can't actually land on you. Grab that. Routing. I mean, I've already made the route for this run, but I'm going through it now to really learn it because there's at least like 5 or 6 steps from just like, okay, what should I exactly do here? So, I said this already, but Bernal, I have no idea how to kill Bernal on this run. I know when to kill him, you know, to get Assassin's Gambit, but I don't know how to kill him. Yeah, I guess the nice part about bows is obviously you can headshot things, so I'm curious if by the time we actually reach Bernal for the first time, if we could potentially see if we can one-shot him, just straight up one-shot him. But yeah, we should come here. Grab this thing too. And if you come just down here, I guess if anyone needs to know, there is actually a combat remnant sitting just in this chest here. Now this next part is where it gets a little bit weird because I'm not exactly sure. This is kind of one of the first steps where it's a bit, okay, what happens now? So, the reason it's a bit weird is because we have to go past the Tibia Mariner, but there's no actual way to get past the Tibia Mariner without arrowing it. It's kind of like a normal boss arena where you enter like a specific area and it immediately aggroes. So this is where it gets a little bit odd. Because the Tibia Mariner, specifically this one, can just kind of just start summoning shit on you. So we can't really have that be happening if, you know, I want to just come through here easily. So look, even if I pull wide, you can see the Tibia Mariner's already aggroed. Now, I wonder if nighttime could help with this, but... yeah, you can see the skeletons do actually just spawn, regardless of what we do. Now, it shouldn't be too bad. As you can see, the skeletons can't really hit you. But the issue is skeletons can actually attack you from here. At this that grace is technically unsafe, but I wonder if all the way back here is still safe. So grab barrage. We head back to the round table now. So let's see if we actually have enough money to do all the stuff that I would like to do. So we sell all the shit that we got. And we need to buy... It's kind of weird. See, I wonder if with the death birds, if we could use a dagger on Sacred Blade instead. It's cheaper to upgrade, it's cheaper to buy. Probably not, because we do need 3 daggers. Because we need a Golden Vow dagger, a Shared Order dagger, and an Assassin's Gambit dagger. So we need to buy dagger, broadsword. Yeah, so we needed to buy like Assassin's Gambit on... I'm trying to remember. I think it was just this. So yeah, here I should say buy both daggers, broadsword, the last, set up to one-shot Deathbird. So yeah, for this one we have to, I think we did a full setup. So you actually have to go Golden Vow on this one. Sacred Order on this, and then Broadsword. Broadsword, we want to actually have it on Death, because it does do a little bit more damage. Because base damage has not changed with affinity changing in Convergence, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, we switch this out for here. And then Shared Order. And then my question is, can we actually upgrade the bow? The +5, yep. Okay, that works there. Come back here. And then we kill this Deathbird to get another combat remnant to craft the Arrow Soaring String Talisman, I think it's called. But yeah, if I'm not wrong, this should be a guaranteed one-shot. If I did my prep right, which there's a very high chance that I just didn't. So yeah, we have to hit Golden Vow, switch, Sacred Order. I think we have to stand like right here somewhere to like land right next to its head. Yep. And that only just one-shots the Deathbird. But it does give us a bit of runes and that combat remnant. And the interesting part about this run is we don't actually spend a single one of our runes for about an hour on level ups. It's really weird. This is the wrong grace. See that? We craft the... Yep, Arrow Soaring Sting Talisman for an extra 10% damage. So yeah, we already have 4 talismans by the time we've even really done anything. Kojo, hello. How's life? It's good. Going good. Especially now that I've kind of figured out this new route. Which is very exciting. Yeah, this one I'm still kind of weirded out about. Trying to do this, but I think as I do more runs, I'll get better and better at doing that specific, like, trying to use that. So this is all good so far. And then I'm pretty sure... Yeah. We just go straight for the tree. We don't really do anything. It's kind of a nice thing as well. We don't have to go, you know, like we don't have to go through that catacomb down there because we don't need Death Blight at all for any of the NPCs. Because realistically, we only need to kill Bernal for an NPC. Oh, and that's another thing. Because we're doing Dairu again. I actually tried testing it out. Godric is off the table because trying to get through Stormvale is just like basically impossible. And then, Renala is obviously off the table because Renala's fight right now is... I barely know Renala's fight. And again, same thing as like Godric, but where is it? Trying to get through Rylakari is just hell. This is why shit matters. We haven't changed the Ash of War. But yeah, here we use Barrage to decimate the Erdtree Avatar. Well, I kind of wish it was decimating. It's good damage, don't get me wrong. The damage is very good, but it's nothing insane. Nothing life-changing. It's super weird, because we actually, on this run, we actually end up upgrading 3 weapons beyond +9. Or 2 +9 or beyond. We'll get 1 to +9, 1 to +11, and 1 to +13. Which I think is super interesting. And thanks to Convergence upgrades not costing that much, it's actually not that bad. Damn it, he thought I was at range for some reason. So the damage is not quite as consistent as the lightning run, but it's still pretty good. And then from this guy, I did the kind of same prep that I was like, oh, I don't know if I should actually do that. So we change this to like that. And we don't need too many blue flasks as well, because we're not using too many spells. Oh, sorry, we're not using any spells. We craft, yeah. Yeah, strength. And then we craft the Viridian tier to help us with the crab, because we can actually do, this is kind of the first like fully scripted fight with the crab, which is pretty cool. Because we actually have sleep arrows. Go to sleep him. Make sure we're full FP. And we can very comfortably kill the crab, which we love to see. So that's like the first scripted fight of the entire run. But it certainly won't be the last, which is sweet. Again, we don't allow to spend our runes, but here we craft physical damage and skill damage. And we switch our physic over to its skill and strength, right? Crab skill, use only strength and skill. And then now we do all of like the Leonia stuff. So we do Raya's quest line. We get to the Deathbird. We do the Knight. We get to EG. Gotta love a giant family gathering for Easter. Are you just, it's like fucking like you like your whole with your whole family or something? Your sister us not having a great time there. Overwhelmed.
I mistrust. I was a. Could I ask that thug only if you've. Oh, what a blessed thug, please.
You know what's something I'm curious about? Can we do a drive-by on this Deathbird? For just, like, legitimately just for a couple of extra runes. That worked comfortably. If we're crafting the skill talisman, that could definitely work. Your sibling, their spouses and children if they have them. So it's just fucking tons of people.
Show me. Now consider I'm not in love with you first.
Okay, so yeah, we can add that step in there. Is drive by a Deathbird. You have 6 siblings, so yes. Jesus Christ, packed family, eh? 6 siblings.
Please. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Did I forget? I see you are very to study such. Please. Great. Most time. You are a volcano. Please stop.
Shush.
Brave tarnish.
Alright, so now do right shit, head to Deathbird. Yeah, so now we have to teleport back here. Take the teleport, we head to the normal Deathbird location, grab the Grace, but we don't kill the Deathbird just yet. Can we do another drive-by on a Deathbird? Do we do enough damage to not have to actually upgrade right now? Because how much damage did we just do? 7,000, I think. I'm trying to think how much the Deathrite bird has. Why do I get remembrances and not just the normal tiers? What do you mean? That's another nice thing about here is we don't actually have to, don't have to grab the Grace. Okay, let me test. Can we one-shot this Deathbird right now? Because if we can, that's like fucking sweet. Because that just saves us time. I won't save us money, but saves us fucking time. Remnants are crafted into tiers. Yeah, the physic remnants are crafted into physic tiers. So let's try this. Okay, no. So we do in fact have to come back later. Actually, speaking of come back later, I should probably... Fuck off. So yeah, we do have to, in fact, upgrade the weapon to +3. I was thinking, I was like, oh, it'd be close, but I don't think it'd be enough. Do I think the physic tastes good? Probably not. Considering lore-wise what the physic was actually used for, I doubt it's going to taste nice. Oh, you're out again since your brain is fried. I already sold us. I'll see you later. So yeah, here, this is kind of a weird one. There's no real easy way to do this. This part just kind of takes a sec. But, basically... Bruh. Yeah, we're just gonna play this shit safe. Might be better to use these ones because they do more damage. Yes, frames. Good touch here. Kill remnant. So yeah, do right shit, Deathbird, EG broadsword to +3. So yeah, we had the EG to get the smithing stone ones. And we actually need to come back like 2 more times, or I guess 1 more time, because by the time I get to need to come back again, it's not really an issue. We don't need to buy that many stones. And we also have lots of money.
Well, I presume.
Oh!
I am an old cotoya, perhaps.
So grab whatever we need of these. Broadsword to +3. We've got to upload again. It's happening. Just like fucking leave me alone, would ya? Fucking hell. There's so many other videos to watch already. And now we get the Remnant Deathbird. All hit run is more fun than no hit. I mean, it depends. No hit's nice because, at least in Convergence, it's cool because I get to do something super fucking unique. Like, I'm doing a no-hit run with bows, and it's actually like one of the best ways to no-hit the mod as far as I can tell. Like, that doesn't happen in base game at fucking all. Never would that ever happen in base game. Let's do that. Do that. See, it seems like this would be just enough. There we go. I mean, one-shot the Deathbird. And this is the part we need to figure out Bernal. So Bernal, I was like, oh, maybe we could one-shot to the head. Nothing here could increase our damage, could it? Okay, so let's do some testing with Bernal. So my first thing to say was just a normal hit to the head. Let's just try this. I mean, I should pull up ER tool. Because we definitely need some celestial dews for this next part. Celestial dew. And just give me 10 of them. So let's just see. If I was to use the original Ash of War on this weapon. If we went physical damage. Like this.
Is this what grace would have?
So that doesn't one-shot quite. Okay. I was hoping that would one-shot, but yeah, it's just short. Oh, I haven't launched Cheat Engine. I need that, don't I? Come to me. It's a shame there's no easier way to do this part. Apart from, you know, doing all the cringe shit. Where's my money? Get the fuck away from me, Bernal. Let me just teleport. Basically, everything's better in Convergence, but overall, your hit and no hit are both are good. Well, I think I wouldn't say everything is better in Convergence. There's a lot of shit that when I play Convergence I always miss that's in base game. Yeah, especially when it comes to build creation aspects. Okay, so mighty shot to the head and on like as much damage as we can is not enough. So let's try going back to Barrage on sleep and see if we can sleep him. Because if we can sleep him, yep, that works beautifully. That worked flawlessly. That's guaranteed. He can't dodge that. That works fucking fantastically. All right, so just 5 hits to the body with sleep arrows. Sleeps on the 3rd one. He has too much armor, so he doesn't get woken up properly. 4th and 5th, just kill him. All right, that's pretty good. So when we come back here now, the church suspiciously shaped holy turtles. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, how the fuck did Muriel get into the church? Like physically get into the church. He's larger than any of the like entrances into that place.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me. I will pray.
So now we go to Volcano Manor.
Brave. I am Tanit. Rias, but a warrior. Perhaps. Will you join YX rise with us? Enter now you the drawing room, but be sure.
You know what's something I didn't even think of checking is if they actually changed Assassin's Gambit in Convergence. No, they definitely did, because I've bought things off Bernal before and you can't buy. Okay, yeah, no. This is, you still have to do this for Assassin's Gambit. Yeah, so now we purchase Assassin's Gambit and 20 kukris. Kukris are the first thing that go here. Assassin's Gambit kukris, then Altus for bell bearing 2, upgrade bow and sacred blade to +6. Okay, so here's another thing that I'm questioning is, do we actually need to get the broadsword to +6? Or do we only need to go like +4 or 5 or something? It's hot as fuck in here. Wait. Need some fucking air blowing on me, bro. Holy shit. So I think now we come across this way. You have a question. What might that be? Who do I think is the more egregious reused boss? Like in Elden Ring? Godfrey or Dancing Lion 2? Oh, Dancing Lion 2. What the fuck? What do you mean? Absolutely the second Dancing Lion. Godfrey drops like the Godfrey icon, like an incredibly useful talisman for a lot of builds. Dancing Lion is just there. Just a worse version in every way, shape, and form. Like, just a straight up worse version than the actual Dancing Lion. It actually has zero redeeming qualities, I'm not gonna lie. There's a bit of lore reason, yes, but if I'm fighting the boss, I don't give no fucks about lore. I care about the fight itself. And Dancing Lion, Deathlight Dancing Lion is just hell. I mean, you actually need to grab this grace. We have to watch out, because Tree Sentinels can sometimes chase you all the way up to this grace, which is slightly worrying. How much damage did we do the Deathbird in Leonia with the +3? It was like 9,750 damage. I wonder if we could kill the Deathbird without doing that. Okay, so I should probably use Assassin's Gambit for coming through here. I thought the Deathbird in Altus had less than 10,000 HP, but it might have had 11k. That's why we need to whip out some ER tool. So let's just... Oh, no, the reason I need to level up is because I can't set up properly, can I? Because I can't drink the Physic. So I miss out on some of my damage. And I can't do Golden Vow. That's why we need to upgrade. If I come to Northlands, the Thurrold Annex... Wait, I fucked up. 7,711. We're missing out. No, see, Physic and Golden Vow, we're missing out on like 20 to 30% of our damage. So see that? That's pretty close. Like, I feel like you'd only need to upgrade to plus 11. Oh, sorry, to plus 4. What was the only gaming thing that doesn't suffer from too much content reuse, even if you're going for 100%? Chalice is only reused 4 to 5 times. They're mostly unique. I mean, but the thing is, though, like, I don't want to say it, but Bloodborne's stuck at 30 FPS. I don't have a problem with the frame rate, but for me, the fucking input delay in Bloodborne is unbearable. Like, it actually makes the game so, like, such a poor experience. Because it's not because the frame rate is 30 FPS, it's because 30 FPS causes insane amounts of input delay. Like, I actually had to, like, check my controller several times because it was so bad. Because I'm like, it feels like I'm playing in the fucking past on half the bosses I fight. That's, like, my biggest issue. I never really had an issue with the game's frame rate, but that input delay, that is just, like, unbearable. So, yeah, let's just try this. Is a plus 4 enough? Because, again, weapon level doesn't matter too much in Convergence, so I wonder if it is. Because this just saves us a couple of thousands of dollars. So, Heat. Northlands, Lift of Rolled. Yeah, that... Okay, yeah, that dealt substantially more damage. Actually dealt like 10% more damage for one level. Then they go back to first. Well, see, the thing is, I've played... My entire life has always been PC. So I've always been 60 FPS or higher with, like, 0 input delay. But we're going to 30 FPS, you notice the input delay. And it's not like it's a Sony thing or a Bloodborne thing. 30 FPS just has input delay because that's just how frames work. That's how just anything works. Lower the frame rate, the worse the input delay is. Because it takes, at minimum, a 30th of a second for input to be detected. So yeah, now at this point... Okay, so let me change this a bit. So... One shot, Bernal, Deathbird. Braid, yeah. EP tree, derived by Deathbird. Derive, yep. Kill Remnant, Deathbird. Kill Bernie. Assassin's Gambit, Kukris. Altars for bell bearing +2. Upgrade bow to +6. Upgrade broad sword to +4. Only 4 stones needed. Wait. Yeah. Wait, I was supposed to... See... okay, how about we do this? Putrid Avatar. Replace here. Kill Putrid Avatar. Upgrade bow to +9. Okay, so let's try this now. So we save our runes from all this. We should have, yeah, about 54k. Now here's kind of a scary part. We actually have to come back here later in the run when we need to go to the concrete snowfield. So we have to sleep at the Grace. Sleeping at the Grace is scary because big giant fucking gargoyle is chasing after us. And he can do that. Big screams. Happy Rabbit Day, slags. Cement! That's concrete, baby! Now we roll up in this bitch. Snatch up the bell bearing 3, round table, bow to +9. In fact, we can get rid of this and this now. Actually, I've done all this without Assassin's Gambit. I mean, maybe we could save some money earlier in the run to not have to buy an extra dagger. Because we don't need, Well, let's just see. Is Assassin's Gambit really worth it? No, because that dude just faces away from us anyways. Good day, hello. We snatch that up. See, I think we can save buying us a dagger earlier in the run. Now that Sacred Order is not needed anymore, because we don't kill anything undead. Then we can shuck on. Oh, we actually have to buy the stones, don't we? What was the first Soulsborne game I played? Elden Ring. I actually bought Elden Ring when it launched, but I didn't have a PC powerful enough to play it. Well, I could play it a little bit. I played like a couple of hours on it. I still remember this. The first boss that I killed in Elden Ring was the Tibia Mariner, if you exclude Soldier of Godric. But then I did that on launch and then stopped playing it. And then like halfway through 2022, I bought a PC. And then in like September, I was like, oh yeah, actually let's play this game. I played it with B because that's around when Seamless Co-op first launched. And then I played it. My first full playthrough of the game was actually done in Seamless Co-op, and I regret fucking nothing. So we get to +9, and then we go to Dragonbarrow. That's a good day. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, for this bloke... Did I actually upgrade the bow, or did I just buy the stones? Okay, wait. It helps when you buy the stones to actually upgrade the bow.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
I have the words upgrade bow to +9 written 3 times on like 3 different steps, and why is it written so many times? No hit with no other catch? No, just no hit. I just found out recently that no hitting Convergence is actually super easy with bows, as surprising as it may sound. Okay, so upgrade Brawls to +4, kill Deathbird, get Putrid Avatar. Bowering 3, upgrade bow to +9, kill Putrid Avatar, Dragonbarrow Stones, delete that, and then Dragonbarrow Stones, painting, rain of arrows, weeping merchants, craft frost blade arrows. Yeah, okay, so now make sure we're on Golden Vow, Caelid, Dragonbarrow. You mean my one-shot bow run? Yeah. So I figured out a lot of the routing is actually so much safer than the thing we're already doing. This arena kind of fucking sucks. So this could be a bit of a weird like part of the run, is fighting that avatar. He does give us 20k, right? Yeah, he gives us 20k, and but it's kind of a weird thing to do. What would my producer tag be? I don't know. Something from the streams. That fucking clip I sent in the Discord last night. I don't know why, but I found that to be the fucking funniest thing. Where I just let out the most like vicious burp ever, zoom in the camera, and then basically I throw up. Yeah, and we can snatch up a couple of extra stones here to use on the great bow. Why not go for one shot with Radahn's great bow of arrows if it's no hit? Because firstly, to get the Radahn, it's hell. Secondly, Radahn's bow is the weakest great bow in the entire game, especially in Convergence. And thirdly, to get to Radahn, it's hell. I'm gonna double up on that because it is hell. And big emphasis on how bad it is to try and get to Radahn without getting hit. And it's not like I can do Radahn skip because a death is a hit. Number of bosses or setup? Oh, just the setup to get there. The amount of enemies in Redmane is fucking ridiculous. So just be hell trying to get through there. But here, I'm pretty sure you can come up here. Now here is the first super sketchy part, is actually trying to get rain of arrows. So we want to have that tree facing slightly to the right. Nope. See, if we land on this, we have to reset. I mean, we don't have to, but it's just... I need to figure this specific skip out. This is one of the biggest things in the entire run that is... judging between living and just dying to full damage. Because the routes are super inconsistent when you're running on them, and they never really declare it as soft, like, actual solid ground. So I think we have to do it really late. Yeah, this is the part that we are going to have to practice the most. Does any self-inflicted damage count as a hit? No. So, for hitless runs, the things that are where you take damage but don't count as a hit is anything self-inflicted. So if I eat a glass shard, assassin's gem, anything like that does not count. Fall damage does not count unless you die from fall damage. Any form of death, regardless of how it's done, is a hit. And any environmentally inflicted damage. So if you get poisoned or rotted from Lake of Rot or like a poisoned swamp or something, that does not count as a hit either. But if you get poisoned or rotted from an enemy such as the flowers, even if you don't physically take damage, if you get rotted directly from like a flower or poisoned from a flower, that counts as a hit. But environmentally inflicted status effect buildups does not count. Basically right now, and you've been struggling with the Sword Saint for 2 hours. Huge. See, that just still doesn't work. See, here's the issue. This route here doesn't really count when you land on it. It's kind of silly. And if you fall from here, I'm pretty sure this is death, right? Yeah. So this is why you have to fall down to one fell swoop. But trying to fall down here is one of the most difficult things ever. Because it is, like, I'm pretty sure this is just about pixel perfect. Nope. Okay, the game did not register that I did any inputs, apparently. This is going to be by far the hardest thing, but once I learn this, It should hopefully just get more consistent. I just need to know exactly when to jump, how to jump. Because you kind of have to, like, jump backwards. It's super weird how you do this. See, I'm going too far. I have to land, like, pretty much on the wall when I head down, but I don't actually land on the wall, otherwise then I just die to full damage. Like, you have to land... Where's the pot? Like, you have to land, like... You can probably see the exact gap. Like, right here. This is where you're aiming. Like, pretty much this hook right here. Okay, let's just say I aim halfway between here and here. See, I always land up here. This is going to be so hard to figure out. And the problem is on actual attempts, I can't risk it. I can't risk. Because how far are we in? This would be about 50 minutes by this point, maybe a bit longer. Oh, sorry, a bit shorter because we did do some like trying to work some things out, but I'm pretty sure that's what it should look like. So how did I do that? Place a marker on the map to be able to see the blue line of it. It's not the issue. The issue isn't that I don't know where to go. It's trying to like jump it exactly. I know exactly where to go. It's just trying to jump that exact thing, like doing the exact right, like pathing. So let's just say this. Look at the tree. Halfway between. I hate how fucking torrent works in this game. See, this is just so silly. I wish you could go super far and just jump straight over the route. But you can't. Of course you can't. Almost perfect hitbox. It's very, very precise. Just see, if I jump super late, can I skip the route entirely? Nope. Oh, this route is going to cause me agony and pain and suffering. See, that counts as a landing, even though I didn't actually land on the platform. Even though I never landed. See, this is the problem. The way routes just register, the way you land on them is just so inconsistent in Elden Ring. By far the most inconsistent platforms in the entire game. So let's just try this. If I aim up, let's just say I aim these two bushes. The bush is the answer, guys. Isn't there a way to make it down? No other skip you could do from the lower branches? No. It's just the issue is that, like, even though I could look like I'm completely stable, like, it happens on all slope surfaces in Elden Ring, but, like, if you jump off here, right, and you jump down to one of these rocks down here on the bridge, even you could be landed, right, completely running around freely, completely free running around the rock, and then the second you touch the ground, you would just die. Because technically, slope surfaces aren't solid ground. So you would never know you're dead until it's already too late. So let's just try this. Line up the two branches with the tree. Horse. The death plane skip? No. It's just trying to get down there is super inconsistent. Because the routes are super inconsistent. You're basically speedrunning your way to Darkman Greatsword. Any tips on how to make the inevitable Astel fight easier? Balls. Just use balls and then respec. Because you have to fight Bernal anyways. Just use balls. See, I could technically come down here. It's like, that's not that bad, but it's just that slope there. If you slide on that slope and then land on this platform down here, the second you touch the ground, you die. That's like my issue with it. Is it's like super fucked. Just because the way slopes are handled in this game. Technically, it would be better just to try and get to that route. And just fucking pray it doesn't. Just trying to do this, like, consistently is just fucked. Yeah, see, that fall just killed me, even though you can't die from that fall, just because the game, the Spirit Spring that time is what bugged. That time I felt a completely safe distance, but just because I trickled the ground, the Spirit Spring is like, actually, you didn't actually jump off me. And that time I felt the entire distance of the actual Spirit Spring. So let's just say I do the safer route and land just on the route. Like, I don't even think about it. Go straight to the route. That could just be the most consistent way of trying to do this. But then let's just continue on. Rain of Arrows. I'm going to come back to EP Peninsula and go grab the merchants. The stance physics and buffs. What for Astel? You don't need the stance physics. Just charge and stam regen will be plenty fine. What is the fastest way to the Darkmoon Greatsword? You have to do Renala. You have to do Loretta because you need to trigger Rani's quest line. Ainsel, you can get to easily because of the elevator. Not that hard to speedrun to the Darkmoon Greatsword. But you're most likely going to want to grab like crafting materials and stuff on the way through. Sorry, upgrade materials, not crafting materials. So we want to come to this bloke, purchase one of these, and then you come over to the other merchant. If in real life would fuck. Yeah, some of the things the merchants wear is pretty sweet. I was just saying, just focus judge text, go balls, iron balls, get them to +5. I don't think you'd need anything beyond +5. Talisman should just be, I don't know, Ritual Sword, Axe Talisman, Blue Dancer, don't wear armor. Just that. You cannot wait for the day you find a Twitch ad blocker for mobile devices. It's called subscription. I better fucking hit the Cold One's Patreon button. For only $5 a month, you can get your nuts sucked. Premium in this style. And from here we need to buy 3 of these bad boys, which we then use to craft frost arrows, bleed arrows. We switch these out. And is this where I kill the troll? Weeping merchants, frost, bleed, kill troll. Yep, so now we kill the troll for an extra 40k. And yeah, this is the part where we actually finally get to do this. I'm trying to think where I had my buffs. I think this was here. Now here comes the super funny part. The troll actually sleeps in 1 hit for these arrows because the troll's sleep resistance is super low. So you just fucking roll up. Completely, absolutely flawless way to do that fight. And then what we do now is we go craft here and we craft the ranged attacks. We switch the physics out for ranged attacks. That gives us basically 15% extra damage. And now I need to get Freya's gauntlets. Sure about Blue Dancer Bernard's armor set is really enticing. Yeah, but you're doing this in vanilla, right? Bernal's armor set's gonna do fucking nothing. Really? Yeah, Bernal's armor set's just defense. There's only a handful of armor sets that actually do something in vanilla. Bernal's armor set is not one of them. Fucking excuse me? Am I just missing something? I must have missed this update. What is happening? Don't cast Golden Vow. Doesn't not have good magic defense. Well, yeah, it has defenses, but like you're better off going for blue dancer, maximizing your damage. Because with a build with iron balls, blue dancer would get you like fucking 13% more damage. Stagger him in phase 1, do a charge attack just as he staggers, like after he staggers, riposte him, and then 2 more charge attacks, and he's probably dead. If your build is done right, that's how it should be. So we grab Freya's gauntlets. That gives us 10% more damage for our our skill damage. And this is where we switch this out for the frost arrows. Wait. Oh wait, no, we don't need that, do we? Pop the perk. And now we get to go to the funny dungeon. This bow only. It's not bow only, it's just bows are very, very good at no hitting. Because the bows are so powerful in Convergence. Okay, so now I need to figure out a better way to get through hell. So this is the part I'm kind of interested about. Now, I was thinking, is it better to go the way through, is it better to go towards the, should we go down here instead of up top? Because with Assassin's Gambit, that bloke won't see you. Okay, so he will still see you. But you can run through here. I don't actually remember what this place looks like, but let's just let me just see this. Need to join the channel recently, like a recent viewer. So here's the weird part. Yeah, see, I mean that could be safer. You know, going past the octopus is like fucking hell. Did I forget to upload again? No. I've been working on the video all day. It's just not done. Simple as that. But yeah, the vid should be about 2 hours long. Just I've edited everything together. Just need to finalize, add all the music in, and that's pretty much it. And it'll be released tomorrow. Dragon Cultist? No. Plain Prophet. Oh, are you saying like Dragon Cultist because that was also 2 hours? If that's what you're saying, then yeah. Currently all the clips shoved together was 2 hours and 8 minutes. But normally when I edit it normally drops by quite a bit once, you know, the boss fights are cut more precisely and music and all that. And whatever it is done, it's normally drops down quite a few minutes. But yeah, for here, we upgrade our strength again, so then we can actually use the bracelets. Assassin's Gambit, so the snake won't aggro. And what we do is 4 frost arrows. Was I supposed to grab the great bow earlier? Okay, I should say grab. See, I wonder if it's better to shuck Golden Vow now offhand, since I do need to start using Assassin's Gambit a fair amount. Lava textures give you DS1 flashbacks. Yeah, the helmet that Royal Knight's Resolve for bows and Convergence. Well, it's not for bows. It's Royal Knight's Resolve on steroids for any weapon that doesn't scale with Interfaith. Which happens to also include bows, which is also currently bugged with Igon's Ash of War, which is why on this run, we actually, for an 80% run, we actually end up fighting fucking Bayle, as surprising as it may sound. But, we get, because when you kill Bayle, when you do Igon's quest line and you actually defeat Bayle instead of just straight up killing Igon will get you everything, including his bow, but it doesn't give you his Ash of War. His Ash of War is important because firstly, there's some bug right now with it in Convergence, but mainly is that it is so powerful and allows us to one-shot things. How to install Convergence mod for Elden Ring? Get the EXE, install it. That's it. That's how easy it is. Convergence is made to be easy. Just do exclamation mark Convergence and you can get the see exactly where you can find the files for it. Some of you have been curious about Souls games, the lack of innovations for armor. Imagine you could wear the armors of, let's say, Rot Knights and Rot Flick. If you're assuming you can take... Well... See, that's the thing. I feel like there's never been a reason to have something like that in the game. At least for the Souls games, until Elden Ring, because Elden Ring actually finally introduced proper stealth mechanics, you know, crouching, sound, like proper sound engine that has like sound travels a certain distance and certain things are certain volumes and things like that. So the past Souls games, there's never ever been a reason to have that, but now in Elden Ring it makes sense. So maybe for the next game we could see something like that. So yeah, now we need to do this, and then a bunch of golem arrows, and this is where we upgrade. Oh right, we also needed a 1 dex, don't we? Purchase. Oh yeah, we don't need to purchase these, we need to purchase 5 of these bad boys. So one-shot stream. What was the legs used to reach max damage? Oh. Any legs that gives you 2% weapon damage or 2% physical damage. That's it. Doesn't. There's no specific legs. Just any legs that do that. Technically, one of the marksman's could work. One of the marksman's legs. Yeah, and now we make the transition from a normal bow to a great bow. Was there only one dex that we actually needed for this? Yeah. Igon's Ash of War on the Golem Bow. Golem Bow is like super weak in Convergence. And Igon's Bow is just flat out better than also you can't you? Golem Bow is smithing, isn't it? Up this into strength, right? Great Bow, upgrade bow to +9. Well, we can upgrade to +10. We can do this. Go to the Ashes of War. Change it to Rain of Arrows. And then switch this out for this. Golem Bow is Somber and Convergence. Oh. Well, even then it wouldn't. I don't think the Golem Bow would outrank this. Because what's the Golem Bow's actual damage output? Weapons. Great Bows. Golem Bow and Igon. Golem Bow has more range damage and worse scaling than Igon's. You need to understand, Igon's bow is on such a different realm in Convergence when it comes to scaling, especially on a no-hit run where I can completely where I can spec so much into strength and dex and not have to worry about any other stat. Was Flamethrower fun to play? Yes, it was very, very fun. So now what we need to do is switch the bow, eat glass, two-hand, and you go to... I'm pretty sure this is perfectly safe to do. You go here, drink the physic, and then shoot. Talking to a small group of devs about making a Souls-like that's non-linear with more emphasis on covenants and armor. For example, you pledge yourself to a certain god at the start of each round that determines where you start the game. Scaling uses a formula instead of flat changes per area to have progression curve. See, I've seen so many people bring up the idea of scaling. If you think non-linear, scaling changes with area scaling changes with player level or player upgrades or whatever it may be. What's stopping you from plowing through the entire game at a low level to get a super strong build and then leveling up after the fact to go through the harder areas? Like, it's something interesting to take into account. Like, there's kind of a reason no game ever does scaling with characters in like Souls games specifically, because it's kind of just, it feels wrong, and it stops any form of progression of this is the early game area, this is the middle game area. There's no fear. That's like a big thing as well. There's no fear inflicted into a player when it's like, oh, I can just go to like the second last area of the game because there's no consequence of going there low level. You know, dynamic area scaling doesn't really work. Like, that's a reason that no company has ever made a Souls like that really does it. Especially in an open world one where you can have variety in how you play your play style. I wonder if we could use Assassin's Gambit to stop the bats from aggroing so aggressively. What is aggroed onto me? Okay, why did you aggro? I tested this yesterday and you didn't aggro. The leader gear for stones. And now we do a bird. I'm a bird. R. I think we get to 80 strength as well with this build. Wait. Yeah, actually, we should use the runes from the dragon to craft. No, because we need blood boils beforehand. We use bird runes to craft blood boils. And since it's hitless, we need to determine how many blood boils to craft. So now, yeah, hold this in our hand so we can immediately go here. So here's another little fun bit. What does Leader's Armor do? Leader's Armor gives us 10% more weapon skill damage when we do something. We'll probably equip it. It's when you drink a red flask, you get 10% more damage. Ah, okay, so this is where we need more dex. Okay. This should still probably kill him. I take that back. Okay, so where do I use the bow? Grab great bow. Here. Use to level up dex 3 times first. Exclamation marks. Big fucking bold letters. Alright, we can just switch our stats around. Edit stats. So we have 18 dex and 45 strength. So arrive at the arena, pop Assassin's Gambit. And then we use our runes from the bird to craft a bunch of blood boils, which we need to use on the dragon and Bayle and all future bosses. Helmet with one shot and use no bows or seals and staffs as possible. What do you mean? Like to get the scaled helmet, you one shot without with no bows, seals, or staves, or you one shot the game without the scaled helmet? Because I know it's possible without it. This run is possible without the scaled helmet to one shot with bows, but scaled helmet is just for clarification basically, and for finding large numbers. Alright, so now blood boils. So we've already talked to all the merchants. We just need to hand in the bell bearings, and we need to figure out how many we need to buy. So let's figure out our exact routing for this. So we need 1 for the dragon, Bayle, Black Knight, Falling Star Beast, Divine Warrior, Hippo, 6, Tree Spirit, Astel, 8, Montunnel, Dairu, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we need 20. So we need to buy at least 10 of each, which is a lot. I don't even know if 40k is enough to buy that many. We need to buy 10 of these. 20 of those, 10 of these. 10 of these. To do kill bird. Just for safe measure, we will purchase enough to craft. $24. I think we technically should only need 20, but we'll craft 24. And this is the part where you actually get this build. So, drink, glass, buff, physic, daggers. Start a new one-shot challenge, melee only, plus Sacred Blade. It's possible to get an Oxella without Radahn or Deeproot. Yeah. You just... It should be. Wait, no, that's backwards. No, it might be. If you take the lift down to Ainsel, you might be able to get back, though. I don't know if that's a Convergence only thing to be able to get back. So for this fight's kind of scary because we need this set up. Okay, yeah, this is why this needs to be here. So we need to stay back while we buff. Yeah, these dragons can cause a lot of issues, which is why this part's scary. Yeah, the dragons can do so many sporadic things that can just cause hell on earth for us. So that's kind of sketchy to do, but it should be doable. We should also, I tell you what we should do is full buff, like upgrade bow to plus. Why is this not working? Plus. Upgrade the bow to plus 11, even though that nearly killed the dragon 2 times over in terms of the amount of damage we just did. Argon's Ash of War in the route. Yeah, we need Argon's Ash of War for several of the bosses because it's the most powerful single shot Great Bow Ash of War in the entire game by a landslide. Like, it is so powerful. So we upgrade this thing to plus 11. And now I'm going to need to copy and paste the save files to try and get Bayle to work properly. Now, I have a method for Bayle. It's just whether or not I can get the timings correct. Love the Busey bug when it doesn't consume. Yeah, well, that's what we're using. We need to use that bug. We need to use it on I think it's just Radagon and the Elden Beast. I think it's the only 2-part boss fight that we need to do it on. Problem thus far has been scaling personal power progression. Setting up world isn't too bad. To answer your question, it's above. Oh yeah, I wanted to read that. I was just busy trying to figure something out. One of the areas is because flat scaling still exists. Each area is assigned a tier and then given a flat modifier towards scaling that calculates before exponential. Tier 1 areas have no modifier. Tier 2 is 1.5. Tier 3 is 5.3 for example. Exponential scaling calculates via the number of areas you have available to you and your level as such. It ideally is not a good idea to run skip several. But see, that's the problem. You're kind of, if you're not making it non-linear, like you say, it's not a good idea to run or skip across several areas. If you're making it non-linear, the issue with that is if let's just say it's exactly like Elden Ring, right? If we're just taking Elden Ring and it has that like system built in, and I want to set up a build. Like one of the biggest things with the Elden Ring is you can go and set up a build no matter what you want to do. You can go so many areas, right? But you're setting up a build. The more you set up a build, the worse it's going to get for you. The harder it's going to be. You're kind of setting up this like a 2 steps forwards, 1 step back sort of system. Or in that case, if it's like done in such a way, it's 2 steps forwards, 2 steps back. Like you just there's no insight, there's no intent to prep for a run, because no matter how much prep you do, the scaling always takes effect. Is the route straight to the great bow, or is there a weapon before? Oh, we use the normal bow. The starting marksman class bow, composite bow, and that just lets us get through the bosses easier. We put barrage on that, use some sleep, bleed and frost arrows, and when we use that all the way up until we get the scaled helmet. The second we get the scaled helmet, we switch over to the great bow, because that's when we can start using the random arrows Ash of War properly. Is Bernal smithing on the way to Bayle? Yeah, there is one just where the the boulders drop. But we only upgrade the bow to +13, so there's no reason for us to grab it. It's far too difficult to get large smithing stones in Convergence. Hopefully in future patches it becomes a bit easier, but right now they do not exist in the mod really at all. There's only barely enough to upgrade a single weapon. But yeah, one thing I need to do is come here, wait for the blobs to drop. Drop large, if I remember correctly. And all the stone, all the Shadow Tree fragment drops in Abyssal Woods also have large stones. But obviously, I'm not going to go through the whole like cavern and go through Jory. It's just hell trying to get down there. So yeah, pull up at Bayle, all runes into strength. Where are saves kept? Is saves kept in app data, not game folder? Elden Ring. So there should be a CNV file. They should have been affected like literally just now. Yes. Just copy this. CNV and CNV back, right? Oh, there's no Convergence backup file. Weird. So then we can just paste this here. Yeah, we just have to manually save it. But let me is mentioned one shot out of the air. In the actual bow one shot it is, but we don't fight mess around this run. So yeah, the setup, like I thought of a setup for this fight, and I want to see if this works. I kind of plotted it last night a little bit, but I didn't actually test it out at all. You do all your buffs. You activate Bayle. Come all the way back. Do you think FromSoft know about Ghost Red Trees? I mean, most likely. But they can't change it because the bug fix team cannot do that sort of change. So I need to cast the Ashavor a little bit later. So this is what I'm trying to figure out, right? My character didn't input. Okay, so okay, now here's an issue. My character didn't register an input for some reason. So let's just say I start doing it when he does his grab attack. See, how consistent is that then? Do I not even need to worry about timing it? No, because timings matter. Timing matters because we did it before and it didn't work. Because I fucked the timing. Okay, so timing still matters. So this is where we have to try and figure out if we can get exact timing. This would work flawlessly every time. It's basically to risk a no-hit run. No, we don't use it that much. In fact, it's actually useful to use on a no-hit because there's several areas which we skip entirely. So gets into pose. Wrong one. So that was too early. We have to try and this timing is very, very precise. But see, now I'm curious if we. So how much health does he actually have? Yeah, he has 32,000. I don't think a Titanic shot will one-shot him, unfortunately. Okay, so then I guess let's test this out. Let's just reset it. Let's remove the Ash of War on the bow. And let's let me remove this because we don't need that right now. Technically, a Titanic shot would be perfect in terms of RNG. Because it means we don't have to think about it. But I'm fairly certain we're doing nowhere near enough damage for it. The stat boost increases 10 for one stat, right? Yeah. All the tiers do 10 in one stat. Because, like, I'm wondering what happens if I hit a headshot on Bayle. I mean, I guess that's just a normal hit. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, that definitely isn't happening. Just spinning chain cheeses the fuck out of Boggart, you don't have decks. Can't you just use the Radagon's thingamabob? Was that actually a headshot? Is that really how little that damage is? Yeah. Okay, so that actually, we have to use Rain of Arrows. It's crazy that Rain of Arrows does that much more damage. I mean, obviously he's fucking huge. On small things it wouldn't really work, but... yeah, that damage change is fucking insane. So, I was considering, like, oh, maybe we don't need to upgrade to the weapon to plus 12. Oh, sorry, to plus 11. Because it just saves us some stones, but it looks like, yeah, no, we do. It's actually insane to me that... that attack does, like, 6,000 damage. If it's a headshot, if it's not a headshot, and maybe headshot's 9,000, but that attack does that much damage, and Igon's Ash of War would one-shot Bayle, which I find insane. To give you an idea of how much more damage Igon's does. I mean, obviously you use Igon's arrows as well. Igon's arrows do a lot more damage as well. So let's just try this. The second we see a sparkle in his mouth after the grab attack, shoot. Let's see how that goes. That seems pretty consistent, I'm not gonna lie. Try it again just to be sure. See, here's the thing. Worst case scenario, we can equip the golden extract, get our physic back, and just reuse the skill in phase 2. That's like worst case though. That should be something we should suggest, but like, I'm pretty sure. Like, that so easily kills him. I'll give it a couple more tries just to make sure, because I don't want something to be like somewhat inconsistent. But yeah, if I need to, I can equip this, because this gives me my physic back, and I could just reuse the skill in phase 2. But yeah, I think a plus 11 bow is definitely needed. So we don't want to do that though. Okay, so let's... I shot that one too early on purpose just to check something. I want to see how lenient our room of error is. So if I shoot it too early or shoot it too late, do I have, you know, a second where I'm allowed to shoot? Do I have a frame where I'm allowed to shoot? It's not gonna be a frame, but, you know, I want to see how tight is the timing. Because, yeah, I did that on purpose early just to see. It's like, oh, yeah, if I do it... Let's say I accidentally did it early. How bad is it doing it early? It seems like doing it early could be bad, but, like, how late am I allowed to go with this? So it gets up. Sparkles start. Yeah, see, even that was a bit early, and that was still fine. Because that one actually didn't hit his head. You could hear it. It didn't actually hit his head at all. That hit his body. But because all the arrows hit consistently on his body, it still did plenty of damage. Like, plenty of damage as in he has, what was it, 32,000, and we did 41k. So let's do something fucking real late. Let's do something scarcely late. Like, once the full sparkles start in his mouth rather than when the sound cue starts. Like, even that's not that bad. That did more. That did fucking 52k. Still can't get over Igon scaling. Yeah, Igon's bow is fucked up, bro. That shit scales so aggressively. So yeah, that was really, really late, and that was still fine. Just basically, as long as I don't do it early, we're fine. But also don't do it late. So see if I can get like the exact timing off. Because that right there, that attempt I just did was pretty close because he was about to pop off his first attack. So yeah, run to the back, strike a pose, leans up. Right when he does that little head flick, shoot. No, that's too early. But see, in a case like that, if I had golden extract on standby, switch over to golden extract, drink it, drink physic, and then maybe try and kill him. The goal is, though, I don't want to have to try and... I don't want him to phase transition. It's not... Like, phase transition isn't the worst to dodge, but I'm standing against the wall, so it is bad to dodge. So that one was too early. So maybe actually, like, really just before sparkles are about to start. His head up now. It seems like we want to shoot it when he's moving. Like he's actually lunged towards us, that's when the arrow goes off. Pretty much when his head reaches the apex, once it reaches its highest point, that's when we shoot. Yeah, that did 62k. I'm going to say this is consistent. Wait for the head to reach the apex. And shoot. I'm considering that's consistent. I think that's good. I think we found the timing for it. This was one of the fights I was scared about, and I think we found it. I think I'm actually more worried about the dragon beforehand than actually Bayle. Alright, let's head back down. I guess, speaking of dragons beforehand, let's go back down here to grab Igon's equipment. I think that's a nice part about doing this as well, is you don't actually need to summon Igon to complete Igon's questline. Just as long as you got his finger. After Bayle, it's over for everyone. Yeah, after Bayle, yeah, it's pretty much just fucking bum rush every last boss. I mean, there's a couple of areas we have to take through slowly. It's not like we're not free once Bayle is dead, but it is pretty smooth once Bayle is dead. So we come here, grab all this shit. The Bayle upgrade, I should say we'll buy 50 arrows, because these arrows are useful for single shots. These arrows do the most damage for single shot. So switch to this. I mean, but we got the Ancient Dragon Stone in Jagged Peak as well. We only need to buy 5 of these bad boys, 6 of these bad boys, and we picked up those extra smithing stones, those shadow smithing stones, so we can get this bow straight to plus 11. Now, technically, I think as of right now, this bow actually probably scales less than this one, because we don't have any dex right now, I think. Oh, it's not much more. So yeah, right now it's only about like 2% more damage. But once we start leveling up some of that dex, that starts getting spicy. But I'm pretty sure as of right now, just let's check. 5571. Yeah, so it's better to level up strength pretty much all the way to 80, but let me buy arrows first. Yeah, our first targets are Black Knight, Falling Star Beast, Divine Warrior, and Hippo. We buy 50 of these bad boys. Put these ones here. With some early game big rune bosses to kill before getting Darkman Greatsword. Grail, Knight's Calves Cheese, and that's pretty much it. Between Grail, Knight's Calves Cheese, if you use a get some golden scarabs, you can get some in Limgrave. You'd be pretty set for the entire run. When they touch DLC Bilbo rings to make Igon's harpoons cost 300 runes. You know, they'll actually probably make Igon's stuff cost 100. Because EG sells the Golem arrow, great arrows, for only 100 runes. So they'll probably make Igon's 100 as well. So you can see now, hopefully. Yeah, damage scaling is still about the same, but this is where we go to back to the DLC for the final time of the run. I mean, oh no, yeah, we did a couple more DLC trips, which we get a lot more runes from, but then we also get plus 13 weapon as well. And so then it really comes out in front. So yeah, what we want to do for this one is do this, switch to this immediately. And then just drink the physic and shoot, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this one is just drink physic, shoot, and then the Falling Star Beast is full buff. So drink physic. Yep. You hope they don't patch Scaled Helmet buff for Igon's Ash of War and Harpoon. I mean, there was a couple of devs when I did the run in chat, when I did the bow run. And once they release the video, they probably become more aware of it. I don't think the Tree Sentinel matters that much. They can't really catch up to you, can they? And they don't have any ranged attacks. Yeah, and he just does that anyways. And Talisman, which isn't hard to get. That should be enough for now. Yeah, between those two bosses, that's like 250,000 runes. That should be plenty. It was Exy? Yeah, no, Exy was in chat. You see, I only, if any like useful bugs, I only bring up to the devs once I've had my fair share of it. If there's any bug, then I'm like, oh, I can exploit this for a fun run. I do my run, and then I'm like, all right, guys. So there's actually this bug. So let's just see the 7-1. Oh, wow. So this is where I'm trying to figure out. So I think get the deck strength to 70, it seems. But yeah, I think for this fight, we need a full buff. Actually, do I need a full buff? Let's test this out. Do I need a full buff for this fight? Or can I just do this? Okay, yeah. So we 100% need a full buff for this fight. So yeah, it seems like full buff is required for pretty much everything. After this point. Luckily, full buff is easy to set up. Fucking step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. What have I done differently? Huh. That doesn't one-shot him. Okay. Does he spawn in facing you? 35, yeah. Well, no, because I tried this last night and it worked. I must have headshot him last night. Does he always face you? Okay, so he's always aware. Let's just see if I use Assassin's Gambit. Because I'd like to try and see if I could use Rain of Arrows instead. Because Rain of Arrows obviously would 100% kill him. Way more decks yesterday. No, not yesterday. Like off stream. I did a route off stream. So let's just try this. Okay. Assassin's Gambit for him. Rain of Arrows. Falling Star Beast, I should say here. Use Rain of Arrows. Switch back to break up. See, this is a big thing here. I gotta remember, I had to switch around the Ash of War quite a few times on the run. So for this next one, I think this next one, we only have to do a simple buff. I think we also should use Assassin's Gambit so he can't see us. Hippo? Yep, so we kill him and then we head over to the Hippo. And let's see if there's a nice and safe way to kill the Hippo. AKA just killing him from afar. Because there is a fucking lot of blood fiends around here. If I accidentally run off here, yeah, I can survive that. Is killing Abs lock you out of Lieutenant's quest? I think so.
What? I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
Oh, right. I have actually forgotten to write a boss down.
What? I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
And then we can get the plus 13. And then all remaining runes we just pump into decks for the rest of the run, I'm pretty sure. 20k, yup. What setup does to a motherfucker. And then from this point on, this is boss rush now. The only part that's doesn't get boss rushy is like Morn Tunnel, I think. Morn Tunnel we have to take a bit slowly. In fact, I might use the other bow. Switch back to this for Morn Tunnel, but we'll see how it goes. Because Morn Tunnel, it's like not hard to get through. It's just kind of the enemies act really weird. Is S++ scaling the best or is it more? No, S++. It goes S, S+, S++. Find out to get to plus 13. Rain of arrows. Kill tree sentinel. Need to make sure I actually switch the Ash of War properly. Did an ancient dragonstone? Arwas would have been dead 16 million times over. Yeah, luckily for this underworld boss, we can prep nicely beforehand, but I'm pretty sure we just need to drink the physic for this bloke. Assassin's Gambit. Okay, we actually need to plot this out a little bit more. Okay, so do use glass shards. Because yeah, he doesn't really spawn properly. But maybe he's distance triggered, and then Assassin's Gambit he just won't attack us. So let's just try this. Yep. Alright, Assassin's Gambit and just kill him. What's the highest AR converged weapon excluding bows? I don't know. I think it's kind of weird to say because the thing is with AR, you can't really see the scaled helmet doesn't change your AR like Royal Knight's Resolve or something would. It doesn't actually show up as the buff. But I think like something like just like Eagle's Edge, like a fully buffed up, fully like max level saved Eagle's Edge, you could probably see reach like over 10k, I'd say. After what boss do I get lots of blood balls? The Deathbird, the Grave Bird. What kind of buffs am I using? Scaled Helmet. That's pretty much it. Scaled Helmet is like real nice resolve on fucking steroids, and it works on any weapon that doesn't have int or faith scaling. Where do you pick up Scaled Helmet? It's from the Duelist in the Consecrated Snowfield. Why do I jump after every shot? It just shoots faster. It's the fastest way to shoot a great bow. In fact, it's the fastest way to shoot any bow in Elden Ring is to do jump shots. You do like the exact same amount of damage, and it's just faster. I'm pretty sure for this one, we're gonna switch. But this Astel's kind of a scary fight. He can cause some issues. Now, what I'm curious about is, can we shoot him from the other side of the arena? So we let him do his laser beam and then free aim a shot. Because he input reads. That's the interesting thing about Astel, is he actually can input read, which is why he keeps fucking doing something random. Am I hyped for Night Rain? Yes. The problem is arrow damage falls off heavily once it starts like dropping physically, which is something I got to look out for. When he realized not being able to bleed makes even less sense. What do you mean? Him not being able to... Oh, whoops. Him not being able to be frostbitten makes perfect sense because he's from outer space. You know what outer space is? Fucking freezing. The bleeding I'm not so sure about. But the not being able to be frostbitten makes perfect fucking sense because he's from outer space and it's freezing out there. So let's just see if I run forward. Okay, even a body shot one-shots him. Okay, so that works. That works perfectly fine. So just dodge the first laser beam and then shoot. His blood should be able to freeze. Yeah, but if he's an alien who lives in outer space, his body would have adapted to those sort of environments. Why is my bow white? I came on it. No, it's the Scaled Helmet. Scaled Helmet basically adds RTSR to the buff. Sorry, adds Rowan Lance Resolve to the bow, but like on steroids. Alright, now here's like the sketchy part, because we actually have to go back through here. Now, There's a couple reasons as to why this next part is a bit sketchy. The first reason is obviously just the Morn Tunnel is a bit of just cavity. But secondly, enemies are attracted heavily towards great bow shots. As it turns out, great bows are very loud. So I wonder, do we switch back to this? Because this is +9. You activate. I think this part we just kind of take through slowly. We should be able to get through here just fine. No, see, we have to teleport back. Okay, so still teleport back after. Alright, so the next section is to figure out how to do Geno. So Geno's a bit of an issue because... well... Okay, well... We can't be having that happen. Yep, nope. We definitely can't be having this happen. Okay, I need to figure out this routing properly. Yeah, Geno's the next big red block. Now, I think I have figured out Geno. I tested something yesterday, and I was like, oh, he's kind of just not doing anything. Like, I stood in a very specific position, and he just didn't fucking do anything. He just stood there. So, that could be something we could try. How can I do this better? Do I just face towards the wall slightly? Yeah, that works. Alright, so I think I figured out this place as well. Like, trying to do this part perfectly. So you stand diagonally to this, just face it, and then cast it. And for this next one, you wanted to stand on this line, I think. Right here. I think I just use this to aim. Currently, you're searching what weapon in Convergence is most AR. Blood Fiends is the first with 25-47, followed by Horn Warrior Greatsword. Horn Warrior, yeah, check out, if this is maxed out, check out the Eagle's Edge as well. That would probably be pretty high. Any Convergence on Xbox? Definitely not. How many times have I beat the game? Fucking, like, 500? No. Probably like, actually, it'd be something ridiculously high. Maybe not 500, but it'd be very high. Alright, so the way I tested out last night for Gino was to waltz up to his ass and drink the physic at the top, but just stand at the top of the ladder. It seems like Gino won't actually attack. If I just come here, no, see. So we can just do that. I don't think he reacts to it. We have to do a bit more testing with that. I probably should just safe stated. I'm a fucking retard. But yeah, it seems like Gino doesn't react to the arrows, so we should just be able to just fucking blast him. Use the small bow and barrage just because it takes fucking literally like 1 frame for the arrow to go off. And the next thing I want to check with this one gonna do a safe state for this fella as well, is how consistent are we at killing him? Eagle's Edge 25-61, so yeah, that's the highest. I think Eagle's Edge is the highest in the entire game. Also check out the Demon Great Hammer, or I don't actually know what it's called in Convergence, but see, what I want to try is, can I just roll up? Yeah, okay. That is going to cause issues. Alright, let's test this out then. Can I just jump into the arena and just pop an arrow in his ass? Bloodstone of Gelme is only 2450. Interesting. I'm surprised that it's not higher. Okay, so let's say instead we full buffed. Right? Try that again. How can we increase our damage by that much more? Let's say in the physic, I had the 10% boost. See, that worked because his sword disappears. But like, let's say, because we're not using a skill. Let's say we did this instead. Reliance Twin Blades have 37, 83. Yeah, well, those are split damage. Sword of Night and Flame will be exactly the same. Okay. I wonder if we instead move Diary back a bit. Like if we did because we're supposed to be doing supposed to do Faramajula next. So I wonder if we do Faramajula instead. And then just get our damage up high enough. So when we come back to him, we have more decks. Because Faramajula alone is, I think, 1,000,000 runes. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say we do Faramajula first. Yeah, Faramajula should be enough to just get that much more dex that we do that much more damage. Igon's Greatbow has 9.5k. With it adding up, yeah. Igon's Greatbow is super high. You know what else is actually super high? What's his face's hammer? What's the retard's name? That everyone fucking hates. What is his name? Gideon. Gideon's hammer, his staff. Right, level 1 is supposed to turn into a staff, but if you level up your stats, it does so much damage. Okay. 34, 3484. Yeah, see, it does a lot. But the problem is, obviously, that only happens after you've invested in a billion in every other stat. Okay. Hayato. No clip me. I just gotta work out what buffs I need for certain bosses. Just, you know, so I can save, like, blood boils or something. It seems like that wasn't enough. I think enough for this fight should just be red flask and some glass shards. I'm pretty sure, because this is 10%, 10%, 20%. We can also just aim for a headshot, I guess. Grace of the Sword is better AR than every single Colossal Sword. Yeah, all the storm weapons are fucked. Every single storm weapon has fucked off AR. It's insane. So let's just test some things with area traversal. Is it better to do area traversal with the small bow? Just because this bow is actually silent. You want to thank me for introducing you to Convergence? I'm glad I could show you. I'm glad I could show you the way. Is Stellar Bombing the only way to one-shot without Scaled Helmet? No. There's many, many ways to one-shot without Scaled Helmet. Yeah, unfortunately there's no sneaky way to do this area. You kind of just have to fucking pile drive your way through. At least that specific room. And you only have to go through there once. Oh, interesting. Here I have written that I have Malekith done at the end. Although that when I did that prep, I did actually fuck up Malekith because I did I fucked up one of my physic tiers when I did that routing. Still new to mod Elden, but this one's been fantastic. Well, I mean, it's definitely a great way to start. So I'm pretty sure here, I think I stood on this stone. Yep. I already said this, but no, Selling Bomb isn't the only way. There's probably at least 100 different ways to run one shot without Scaled Helmet. Many spells, many weapons. Like you set up the Eagle's Edge properly, and it can one shot everything. Oh shit. Okay, interesting. So I'm pretty sure for this one, you run until he talks and then you shoot. What are some school snacks I unironically eat after finishing school? None. Like, apart from just, like, you know, a fucking chip bag or something, just, like, chips. But, like, everyone eats fucking chips as a snack or as an actual thing. I still drink. Does drinking count? I did that after school. So there's no way to one-shot with bows and base game? Yeah. The bows are just so good in Convergence. Like, not just like in terms of just actual damage, but in terms of just general gameplay changes. The bows are just so much better in Convergence. Alright, so this area I need to figure out a bit better. This upcoming area is weird because, as I found out yesterday, the EP guys here don't give a fuck about your feelings, and they don't care about Assassin's Gambit at all. Still pop because detection range is low, but yeah, these guys don't care about your feelings. Oh, wow, okay. I'm so bad at aiming, man. This would be the thing that kills me, is just fucking terrible aiming. Trying to fight the final boss with the DLC for the first time you're struggling. I mean, everyone struggled against Radahn. Ah, shit. Hello. Oh, I gotta make sure I switch his talisman out as well. Shit. I just realized my arrows weren't going down. I mean, we're still one-shotting all these motherfuckers, so it doesn't really matter. Hope Convergence adds some new torches. You love torches in the game so much. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they end up adding one torch. But only one. Because, I mean, it obviously doesn't need to be... The torches right now in base game are actually pretty good. Like, they do cover quite a bit. I think the one thing, I don't know if one of the devs actually said it or if it's just a suggestion someone said with like a blood flame torch. Welcome back, Hawkeye. An evil torch that takes away light. See, I think for this boss we wanted to use... I'm pretty sure we use Igon's Drake Hunt. I mean, pull up to this branch here. Okay, wait, let's see if we can figure out the exact distance we need to be for this. This is kind of interesting. Have I done something weird? I don't think I have. Okay, so we need to figure out exactly where the head appears. So let's stand on the corner of this. Huh, it only did 10,000. That one did 62,000. The headshot multiplies only 2 times. I must have just hit a bad body part. But yeah, it looks like I got to sit on the edge in that little corner bit. Rain aim for body. No, I found out that was too inconsistent. It's better to one-shot Lanciax. I tried it a couple times yesterday, and yeah, like doing that is really consistent. I just had to find the right location, which is why I didn't hit the first shot. But yeah, rain was a bit weird with how it worked. Okay. Maybe I should just go through the front entrance, because it's not that bad. Definitely hit the neck on the last one. I hit something fucking really resistant. It only took 10,000 damage, unless I fucked up the buff on the helmet and I drank the physic too early, which is definitely something I could have done because I am retard. Make sure I have my stamina back. Stinky, thank you for the follow. Multiplies scaled helmet. Scaled helmet is 1/6 the damage. Yeah, so yeah, I think I just fucked up. See, that's the thing. If I had scaled helmet buff properly, which I would obviously concentrate more on the actual run, but if I had that buff on properly, I would have been like, oh yeah, I can clearly see the bow is glowing, ready to go. Even if I hit it on the neck or the hand or something random, yeah, I think it's just still one shot because she only has 20-something thousand health. And it seemed like the next shot would on 10,000 with scaled helmet would do 30k. So yeah, I don't think it really matters where we hit her, just as long as I make sure I did check the buff did go off. Ah. Wait. Yeah, BBK, Lanciax. I should do Malekith after BBK. Lanciax, Blackie, Montanal, Diary. So yeah, let's just see how this routing goes. I need to make sure I change the Ashivore. But yeah, we've gotten quite a lot, like 20 more levels of dex, which should be plenty to one-shot Diary with just a standard attack now. And then let's say now we do all of Diary shit. What a great boss fight to enter stream too. Actually, this doesn't matter, but they've stated. Did they add new whips? Not yet. I think whips might be a pretty complex weapon to make because I think they use custom animations. Cum bottle? Is this cum? Hold on, is this cum bottle? I don't think this is cum bottle. I think this one might be cum bottle, the one that's already empty. Yeah, that's cum bottle. So let's just see if this is enough. If we do... Okay. And that was without the, It looks like we have to use the 10% physical damage. Without Ash of War? No, without the 10% physical damage. So if we were to do this... Because we're not using the skill. It seems like it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm going to keep it a buck, it seems like it does not matter at all. Because he throws his sword, he stays at range. If I need to, just start another attack and shoot him. Let's just say I do this instead. Well, actually, yeah, technically none of the armor set buffs are triggering right now, are they? So here's the thing. I wonder if we just do 2 separate attacks then. Don't bother with all the setup. So if we just do this instead, that means we don't have to switch the physic out. Because he's definitely going to die in just 2 hits anyways. The dagger and even torches beat its AR. That's interesting. I'm surprised that would be so low. I think if we just do this. Yeah, that'll work. All right. And now it's capital time. I need a better way to do this part. I just need to use Assassin's Gambit, really. Shame we can't do bow crits yet. I think this we're just gonna do normally. Just take it slow with the small bow. Lamenting Visage is actually the lowest at 499. Really? See, that's interesting because that is a DLC weapon. I don't know if they've changed DLC scaling just yet. Because Lamenting Visage is extremely strong in base game. I was gonna remember that here we're gonna change the Ash of War to this before we head over to go say hi to Seagull. Actually, out of curiosity, can we just land in here? Fucking... not really. Actually do that part properly. Don't knock me off. How did he see me? Okay, see now what have I done different? Okay, so let's reset. Let's do it normally. I've done something different that it caused him to trigger. I hit some point that he just could see me. Yeah, Ashes of War and Tarnished Edition? No. I doubt it. It'd probably just be a smithing basic weapon just with an interesting moveset. If I'm gonna keep it a buck. See, he's looking at me. I wonder if I said it's a nighttime then. And maybe here we go. Yeah, definitely not that. Yeah, I think we should definitely use the small bow a bit more. Armor effects allowed to have you pure arcane, yeah. So here's the part I have an issue with. Morgott is kind of a problem with a setup like this because he's very quick. Just say that. So we need to figure out a proper way for him to deal with him. Now he doesn't really input read fucking jack shit, but I think we have to try and figure out a proper way to do him. So I'm gonna save state this fella. Because I don't think we can use the skill fast enough for him to not do some fucking random bullshit. It's like even if I roll up into the arena and then cast, he'll just be like, no. So let's just try it anyways. Yeah. So that won't work. So we have to figure out a more consistent way to do this. Beat consort in 3 tries. Let's go. Huge gaming. Alright, so what's something better we could do? We could try and backtrack. Oh, okay, full buff for him then. By far Storm Lava and Night, but the worst is strangely enough Dragonkin. But it's lightning damage and has frostbite, so it's not truly bad. Yeah. When they're adding Dragon Commune, are they canned the Dragon Commune and something happening? Yeah, I think it's best to just literally just run all the way back. Seems like the best way to do it. There was plans, there was, but they had a meeting about a month ago. Like a big meeting to be like, okay, you know, we've just released 2.2. Big fucking patch. We're about to enter into DLC production and the final steps of the production of the mod. What's important, what's not. You know, obviously what's important, shadow runes, proper armor sets, make sure every class is properly fleshed out, finished, the shells, everything's updated, like everything's added in for each of the classes. And you know, areas, bosses, go down the list, and at the very bottom, once they added everything laid out, they realized at the very bottom was Dragon Communion was like not important to the production of the mod. Doesn't exist in the mod right now, and yeah, they're just like, fuck it, can it. There's some, they've been struggling to do something proper for Dragon Communion for a very long time. Which is another reason as to why they did what they did, why they decided to can it. But yeah, that's you know, there's nothing that you can do about it. Okay, so now we go to Fire Giant. How much faith are we looking at now? Oh, sorry, Dex. Okay, so we're in the 50s. So if we full buff for this, that we did 54k to Morgott. Technically, if we do the same to Fire Giant, that should one-shot him. But even if we do less, he has ankle, so we should easily better one-shot this fella. Yeah, so I figured out you stand on this tuft of grass right here, and he doesn't activate, but you stand that next tuft of grass, I'm pretty sure activates him. So you do all your buffs. So that should easily one-shot him. Dragon community's already busted. No, you need to understand, if they were to turn it into a class, they would need to make sure everything does the same damage type, or figure out a way to work around that, which in Perfumer they did, because it's just like increased perfume damage by 10% or something like that, or increasing consumables. But obviously with spells and stuff, it's kind of weird to try and have a workaround with that. They could have labeled it like just Dragon Communion spells, but then obviously how do you buff Dragon Communion spells? If everything does different damage types, what talismans do you wear? So there's a lot of like weird grey areas of to how they could function the class properly. 60%, 60k without the 10%. Like the extra 10% on phase 2, yeah. Probably expand on since so many of the spells are near identical. Yeah, that's another thing as well. Alright, the next issue is to try and figure out Scarter properly. What's the timings for Scarter?
I have long this world and death. Are you to commit? Very well, let my hand.
I need to figure out when Scarter becomes not invulnerable. And figure out how big the window is that we can actually attack him. Between him and Bayle. That's what I'm saying. I need to try and figure out exactly when to fire. So I don't fuck it up. You know, don't shoot too early, don't shoot too late. Figure out exactly where he holds Gideon for me to be like, okay, time to fire. I'm pretty sure even while he's still holding Gideon at the very end of the grab attack, he can be attacked. But, I mean, I'm not too sure yet. Got it first try, so surely easy. Yeah, but I want to repeat it over and over again so I can be like, okay, I figured it out. This is what we need to do. So we'll actually save state and try and figure some shit out. Yeah, imagine the timings is just as tight as Bayle's timings. Okay. So just as he holds Gideon right at the top, start the attack. Seems like. So run in, prepare. Gideon is top of the attack. I have shot the wrong arrow. That's another thing. I need to make sure I do arrows properly because there's a chance I could do that and fuck up the entire run because I fucked up an arrow shot. Out of the 200k on Placky Fuel, I'm very happy about that. I was not expecting to get over 200k. Did you see the shells got confirmed next patch? Yeah, I did. Well, some of them. XE said he'll do them like one by one. Yeah, see, we don't want that to happen. Let's say something like that did happen. Yeah, no, we can't let that happen at all. So maybe just as about he's about to throw him to the ground cast. Because this is definitely a scary one, because obviously it's right at the end of the run. That seems pretty good. Just as he's about to toss him back to the ground. Seems like a good place to shoot. Gonna get shells according to what Shadow Runes comes out? Yeah. Yeah, that's what XE said the release pattern would be like. So whatever classes Shadow Runes get dropped, the shells will be dropped alongside it. Yep, okay, that seems consistent. Just before he drops Gideon back on the ground, pummel his bones to paste. Bone meal. Yep, I can grow my crops now. You missed the bug that made Growl constantly turn around, look like a dog. It still exists, it's just hard to do. It only happens sometimes. But you can still very easily do it. You have to like run past him. And then he'll just kind of just start spazzing. Really excited for the Gravity Shadow Rune? Yeah, I'm excited as well. I'm excited just for some of the runes that I haven't, like some of the classes that I haven't touched in a long time. Like pretty much all the Series 1 classes. I'm excited to see all those get their updates. And then for the final one, I'm pretty sure it's just 2 shots. 2 shots of vodka. That should be how the run goes, just like that boss rush at the end. It's just trying to work out. But I think that seems like everything there. That seems like a good order for all of our bosses. You got 100k ahead as a weapon class relay run sound. Like you spin a wheel of weapon classes, then have to use said weapon class to beat the next boss. Well, the problem is I've already done the weapon run. Like if you're talking about a Convergence run, I've already done the weapon run, which already looked at every single weapon. So But like, you said like weapon class as well, but that's another thing is like, okay, do I just choose one weapon from the weapon class or something? Like, how does it work? There's like a lot of logistics or something like how that would work. But yeah, I think this run is pretty well set out now. I think the next step is actually doing this shit. This should just be prep. So this should be... Deathbird 1. Deathbird 2. I should just say Bernal, sneaky. Featured avatar. Rain of arrows. Action. Roll. Raise gauntlets. Free spirit. Duelist. Plus 10 great bow. Verb. Divine Bird Warrior. I should do here actually. No. Okay. Divine Bird. What's it? Divine Warrior plus Hippo. Then Fire Knight. Oh wait, no, there's plus 13. We'll probably make him a bit more detailed. Ryan Argon sound like a fucking Apple product. What level would I reckon for Astel? Oh, you can just do like +5. +5? Plus, like 15. Which you can get easily, but by Astel for a smithing weapon. +12, +15, you'll be fucking fine. What are we up to? Igon's bow, Black Knight, Fox, Beast Divine War, 13 bow. Tree Spirit. Astel. BBK. Maliketh. Lanciax. Black and Deusax. Alright, that should be it. That should be the whole setup now. Now, hopefully, if I switch over to the game... Yeah, you can see there. 41 splits. Without armor, you're getting your shit rocked by a damn baby octopus. Yeah, this is your chance to learn. Astel and all the enemies in between. What if Naren DLC has a Bloodborne themed class? We can finally gun down Morgott? I doubt that. Be funny, but Sony's cringe. You'll enjoy the Sekiro class? Yeah, I'm excited once they show off the trailer for the Sekiro class. Alright. Well, that should be the whole setup done. I'm gonna leave it there for today, though. I'll be back to... maybe not tomorrow. Maybe the day after. Save that session. But yeah, that should be full prep done now, which is sweet. That should work very, very nicely. But yeah, this route seems more consistent. I think the only thing that still scares me a little bit is... Actually, let me look at the hit counter again. So the things that scare me are... Before, there was a lot of things that like actually made me shit myself a little bit. But now, the things that actually scare me, I would say, would be... The Rain of Arrows section, trying to get to Rain of Arrows scares me a little bit. And Putrid Avatar, those two like back-to-back things. Frey's Gauntlet scare me a little bit. Tree Spirit's fine. Tree Spirit's a little bit. Duelist is also a little bit, but then Great Bow, this is all fine. And the other thing that scared me was Morn Tunnel. There's definitely less things to be scared about now on this run than there was in the other one. But the thing is, the thing with the other run is all the things that I got scared about were very early in the run. So it was, you know, the first things I'd be popping off at the beginning of the run. So it's like, oh, if I fuck up, who gives a shit? you know, if we're only 5 minutes in, we could just reset or whatever. But, you know, most of these things are an hour and a half, 2 hours into the run. Especially Montana. Montana will be well over 2 hours into the run. But, yeah. We just got to work through it, see how it goes. But it should be good, I think. I think we should be good. This looks pretty good. Guess revealed next week. Guess next week is Guardian. Yeah, I reckon how long? We're just over a month away from Night Rain's drop, so yeah. They probably released like a video. How many have they shown? How many videos have they done so far? Can I go like from like just Bandai Namco? It's gonna have like everything. So Raider was 4 days ago. Duchess. So they're doing one every week. Okay, yeah. May 20th? No, I think it's May 30th. Every week. It's 5 weeks until launch. Yeah, and they've shown off. Yeah, I was the first one. They've done I, Duchess, and then Raider. Sounds a real scary party run. Should be nervous to fight him by the time I stream next. Nah, just fucking fight him. Break your fears. No need to feel worried. But yeah, I'm off for now. I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Very interesting. I think we got a good no-hit coming. I think we can do it pretty easily. I'm not gonna lie. I think we can lock the fuck in big time. So yeah, I will be back not tomorrow, day after, or I'll be back tomorrow night, same time tomorrow. Depends how it is. But until then, hope you all enjoyed stream. Hope you all have a wonderful day as well, or night. Stay safe. I'll see you all later. Peace.